Hiya, and welcome back to Where the Demon Lurks, the game that teaches us that Lucian, I have a question for you. Who's a good boy? Anyways, let's just hop right in. With your back pressed against the door, you slowly slide down before curling up on the floor. Today was just too much. Is that how he's feeling out there? Thoughts about Lucian follow you as you crawl into the shower. You reheat and set down the chicken rice on the table before digging in. Barely a spoonful in, you notice that Lucian's share remains untouched. It's already starting to get cold. Take another scoop of rice into your spoon, but you lack any motivation to eat. All you can think about is how Lucian is feeling. I can't eat like this. The cold wind blows gently against your fur. Lucian stands at the same spot you last saw him. You open your mouth, but no words come out. Maybe this isn't my place to say anything. You know what? Fuck it. Lucian. Please come in and have some dinner. His head dips a little. You walk over and stand beside him on the railing. He looks ahead at the clouds. I told you, I'm not hungry. A loud growl emanates from his stomach. Come on, don't do this. This is what I deserve for screwing up today, okay? No! Just... no. Kobu, can you do us a favor? Can you body slam Lucian off of the railing and beat the shit out of him? And then scratch him behind the ears. And give him a hug. No, Lucian... Here's the thing. People fuck up. You fucked up, okay? The best thing you can do is move on. Exactly. People make mistakes. There is no such thing as perfection. This is what I deserve for screwing up, okay? I don't understand. I thought we made it out alright. Barely. Today was just... No, I should have done more. If I just figured out the halo was being tricked faster, we could have gotten more time with the gate. We have your halo. We can still find the keys. It's useless. I didn't scan the keyholes. They probably tightened security by now, so we can't go back again. I can't waste time doubting myself any longer. I need to get back there. No! We don't know who those people are or what they can do. They made a freaking gate using bones. Then what? Without information on those keyholes, we're as good as stuck. I'm so stupid. Should have taken those hooligans out and interrogated them. He ruffles his own fur, practically pulling it out. Which could have gotten you or both of us hurt. It doesn't matter if I get hurt. The mission comes first. Can I slap him? Can I... This is a genuine question. Can I slap him? Okay. He slams his arm on the railing. Come on, everyone messes up once in a while. I wouldn't even notice if you didn't bring it up. No, I can't mess up. Not angels, especially those that are worth anything to God. Lucian's words draw you to his eyes, your image reflected upon their surface. I know how much it hurts to make a mistake. Heck, isn't that why you're here? Because I made so many already? It sucks that you suck, and there's no guarantee you won't fuck up again. Heck, maybe you'll fuck up even more until you just want to quit your job and be left alone. What I'm getting at is, we're all going to fuck up, but at least we can be fuck-ups together. Get something to eat and figure this out. Lucian sniffles and looks away from you. He pats down his shirt before looking back at you. That was a below-average pep talk, but thank you for trying. You smile. Your heart feels more at ease. Come on, I'm not saying it a third time. Let's eat. If you insist. You open the door to your apartment and see Toast flying above Lucian's plate with a slight piece of roasted pork in his translucent hand. Hey, you guys are done already? You! You're back. Toast drops the food and floats over to you both. Did you guys miss me? I'll miss the moments of silence we got with your absence. Are you sure you weren't followed? Of course I'm sure. It didn't take long for those dudes to give up the chase. They were more preoccupied fixing the door. When I overheard they're going to cover up the break-in to save their own asses, but they'll be keeping a closer eye than before. I knew it. Look, let's put a pause on all this and just finish dinner. Now, everyone, sit. The three of you gather around the short dinner table for the meal. Can I have that roasted pork? You may not. Can I have yours, partner? I mean, I was, okay, maybe just one. Sweet! He takes one and puts it inside his mouth. You watch the pork go down what appears to be an invisible esophagus, but it drops out of him midway and lands on the floor. Toast sighs as you pick up the meat. Damn it, I just want to eat something! A waste of time. Your kind can't take in anything physical without a body. Yet you retrain your living need for food, for sex, and for drinks. At least that's what the other worlder, Manuel, told me. Isn't that right, Kobu? Huh? Oh yeah, I remember that. You're too preoccupied with your meal to really pay attention. I need to ask you about those hooligans you invaded Toast. Did you get a good look at them? What did they look like? Did they wear anything distinctive? Couldn't tell you, pretty boy. Didn't really get a good look at them. But from what I did see, they just looked like any other guy on the street. Lucian clenches his utensils tightly. Hey, if you guys need me, I could go spy on them. I watched tons of spy films before. I doubt that will help if they can smell you. Besides, don't you have something better to do now that you've escaped the underworld and all? Wait, shit, I have an appointment with Archon! I completely forgot the time. Alright, catch you guys later. Toast! Two lady flies out of the ceiling. We're going to be seeing more of him, aren't we? I think so. Lucian sighs and focuses back on his meal. Hey, I'm doing the stakeout tonight, right? You don't have to. That is my duty. No way, that's not fair. You already stayed up all of last night. It's my duty to keep you safe until you get back your throne. I'm not risking it. Well, I, for one, love my sleep, and I'm pretty confident you need some, too, especially after the day we've had. How about this? We, patrol the inside of the apartment tonight. If that defeats the whole purpose. Hear me out. You get the sofa, I'll be near you. If anything happens, we're close to the door, you get to rest, and I'll be on alert. Lucian takes a spoonful of chicken rice and chews on it. You're not going to stop asking me to sleep until I do it, will you? Nope. Fine. I'll humor you. Great, then let's chow down and get ready to hit the hay. You both finish up your dinner before getting dressed for sleep. Luckily, you have an extra blanket and pillow lying around for Lucian to use on the sofa. And, oh my god. For the first few minutes, you lie in silence tapping your belly. You get the feeling that Lucian isn't asleep either, but you can't really see from the lower angle. Lucian? Lucian sits up towards you. How's the sofa? Comfy? It's adequate. Cool, you, not taking your jewelry off before you sleep? The angel touches the piece of gold that circles his neck. This is more magic than a piece of jewelry. It's my vow as an angel to serve God, and proof that we receive God's blessing. So I can't really take it off that easily. Besides, having it on makes me feel comfortable, too. Huh, and every angel has that? Yeah, we're all gifted one upon creation. You can liken it to a confirmation of initiation. What do you give your underlings? I think they get a commemorative pen and a company t-shirt that says Team Demos. Thank you. I think they get a commemorative pen and a company t-shirt that says Team Demos. Demos? A typo. They printed way too many and haven't fixed it since my dad was in office. Interesting. Says the angel who certainly traveled all the way to Earth to learn fun facts about the demon world. Hey, about the gate. Did you think of something? What if we ask Morris for some help? What? It's dangerous to involve anyone else in this. Besides, what makes you think he would be willing to help? The instant he finds out you're a demon, if he won't destroy you, he'll exercise you, or worse, turn you into a summon.
It's time to drink water.
I know, that's why we don't tell him everything.
It's time to drink water.
You want to deceive him into helping us?
It's time to drink water.
That's despicable.
It's time to drink water.
It's not deception, we're just, taking creative liberties with the truth. Lucian lies back down. You can hear him turning on the sofa. I won't have any part of this. How many more mortals do you want to get dragged along in this problem? Well, do you have a better idea? Exactly. I don't like it as much as you do, but we're obviously stuck, and he might even know about who would be behind this. If we have to involve him, he has every right to know what's going on. Lying by omission is still lying. My goodness, I just know this is going to affect my promotion. It's going to be another 100 years before I get another chance at it. Drama queen alert. Relax, think Gary is pretty understanding. And even if you didn't get the promotion, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? I've been working my whole life for this. I want to be one of Lord Gary's top angels. I find it so beautiful that he's talking about something so important, and God's name is the most lowercase name you could have ever come up with. It's the most lowercase name. It's just a job, man. Don't stress yourself about it. Easy for you to say. You're at the top of your company. There's nowhere else left to go. When did being the Demon Lord become just a job for you? Since always, I was smart enough not to let the job consume me. Did it, though? Did it ever come close to consuming you? That last remark felt like a dirty blow. I'm sorry, that wasn't called for. No, it's fine. I just don't like remembering that part of my life. So you being sent here has something to do with your job. Your fingers dig deep into the mattress. There's a strain in your eyes that you try to hold back. Could we maybe not talk about that for now? Okay. An audible sniffle echoes off the walls. I just realized we went completely off topic. What were we talking about? Morris, whether we ask him to help us find the keys to open the underworld gate. Well, I'll admit you're right. We don't have any other alternatives for now. I'll follow your lead. Okay, guess we can meet him tomorrow after my shift. I'll be around. Night, Lucian. In the morning, you awaken first. Lucian is still deep asleep, so you let him be. Write him a note that you're going to work and remind him not to go near the gate on his own. As a prank, you stick the note over his right nipple. Why? It brings a smile to your face seeing him snore. You're stuck working for the rest of the day. To your horror, a promo sale is on today. A popular children's video game that involves catching cute mascot characters is collaborating with a hot dog company. For every 3 hot dogs bought, a customer gets a sticker. Collect 10 and they can exchange it for a random package that may or may not contain a rare figurine. You wish you could open them all and take the prizes for yourself, but that would be against the rules. The unrelenting onslaught of customers drains your energy dry. The end of the shift couldn't come any sooner. Stepping out of the store, Lucian is already waiting for you. Hey, been waiting long? Not much, I just got here. From where? Honestly, I slept the day away. He sighs and shakes his head. Cute note, by the way. Let's go before Morris closes up. Lead the way. The two of you head to the shopping district where Morris's office is located. As you walk, you conjure up excuses to pull up if Morris gets suspicious of you and your partner's identity. Lucian remains silent as he walks beside you, his face fixed in the same bored expression he maintains all the time. You sneak glances at him. The angel looks off at the surroundings with glazed eyes. I really could have handled last night better. Why is he even making such a big deal about this? Heck, why am I bothered by what he thinks? Because you love him. You love him. My favorite character? Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. King is more best friend material. Kobu is relatable. So probably Lucian. I'm sorry, I just love him. I love Lucian. Toast makes me uncomfortable, and Morris is just insufferable. So that leaves Lucian. I can fix him. I can fix Lucian. I can fix him. Fix him, he's perfect as is. Are we starting a fucking construction crew? Are we just going to start a Construction crew. Alright. Step 1 to fixing Lucian. Get him a job at Dollar Tree. That is step 1. That is the job. We're not a construction crew. We're a fucking demolition crew. I love the reference. Dollar Tree would be booming in business if he worked there. Never mind, we don't want Dollar Tree to succeed. We don't want it to succeed. Make him work as a fucking cook at McDonald's. There you go. The nuggets will be pure perfection. The ice cream machine. Holy shit, the ice cream machine will actually work with him around. Yeah, my answer is Lucian. You begin to focus on the pavement beneath your feet, mind leaping from one thought to another. Slowly, before you know it, a memory from the past begins to swell up within your mind. It was a day from when you just started taking on your role as ruler of the underworld. Vendrake was there. Vendrake, I have a question. Yes, my lord. Did anyone ever try to find out why these souls keep trying to escape? There's no mystery to that. Those members hate to be tortured. Which brings up the question, why do we even torture them in the place? The soul energy output barely reaches what above makes with their method. Pampering souls, you mean? What challenge is there in granting all their wishes? What we demons do is far more complicated. It's artistic, even. I just don't see the point. We need that soul energy to build the underworld, to pay our employees, and to keep the world in balance, so why aren't we switching to a more productive method? Vendrake smiled at you, a rarer occurrence than a day where he wasn't telling you off for something. You think just like your father, always about the end results. You haven't seen the bigger picture, the meaning the tortures inspire. These souls, whether a victim of circumstance or by their own free will, made choices that brought about suffering to those around them. The suffering they go through now is a reflection of the anguish they placed on others before. As much as they despise it, they must suffer, for they are to be an example to all mortal life, to push them towards living an honorable life. Sometimes the end goal is meaningless if the methods used to achieve it ruins whatever value that goal had in the first place. Oh no, Vendrake and Kobu's father definitely did gay shit. They definitely did gay shit. Kobu. Blinking, Lucian's yell pulls you out of your own thoughts. Turn around an unfamiliar alleyway to meet Lucian's vexed expression. Makes you feel like a sheep who strayed too far from the flock. Watch where you're going. You nearly walked into a wall. Oh, sorry. As Lucian walks ahead, you're left pondering. I wonder, is this the same thing? Ah, shut up, Brain. Stop doubting yourself. We need his help. Screw the truth. But it's toxic old man Yowie. Oh god. Approaching the office, you see a flight of stairs on the side of the building leading to the second floor. Right above the entrance to the stairs is a sign that reads, Morris Boris Exorcism Extraordinaire. You and Lucian exchange silent nods as you make your way up. Morris sits behind a worn-out-looking desk tinkering with his watch. Give me a minute. I'm just working on recharging this watch, and no, it's not working. Morris looks up at you. Oh hey, it's you two. Take a seat. I've got coffee or tea if you'd like. Neither. Please, I need your help. Come on, the brooming cup of joe. What about you? Turns his attention to Lucian. I want to say, Lucy? It's Lucian. Also, no, I'm not thirsty. Well, then it's down to business. You guys came at a great time. Morris takes out a briefcase and shows you its contents. What do you need? I've got charms for ghosts and all kinds of pure salts for your curse removal needs. You take a deep breath to steady your nerves. I need help with saving King. He was kidnapped by a demon that attacked the store. Well, I don't hear that every day. I never suspected King would be someone to mess around with demons, though. He looked so timid. No, it wasn't his fault. He took a demon's attack that was meant for me. Now the boss of these demons are sending more of them after me. You? Why are demons going after you? Your eyes dart over to Lucian. The angel is leaning back, watching in stone-cold silence. Because... You look at the table. Because in college, I was in a super goth phase, and accidentally summoned a demon, and, you know, I wished for something. Didn't honor the bargain. I've been on the run since. Morris and Lucian's jaws drop. This is a joke, right? You two are trying to pull a prank or something? Morris raises an eyebrow at Lucian, but the angel just shrugs it off. Okay, then what did you sacrifice to summon this demon? Okay. I can't quite remember. I think it was a hamster from a store. What? You're describing a demon capable of ordering other demons to go after you. That is at least a general class demon. You would need to sacrifice a person to get them to even speak to you on this plane of existence. Fuck. Your hands tremble. Your heartbeat is climbing as you search for ways to explain yourself out of this. Morris points at the dog. And this has been bothering me the most. What is his role in all of this? I'm sure Kobu can explain for me. Can't you, Kobu? He smiles mischievously at you. He is a holy person from the same city I hailed from. And where's that? Your eyes dart around for a clue. Pen, ink, tray, son. Did you just say penetration? Okay, never mind. Morris is actually amazing. Sorry, but this is getting too convoluted for me. I don't have time to waste on a prank. No, wait! You raise your hands to get him not to close the discussion so soon. Oh, fine, I don't have a choice. This is the truth. Formerly, I was the demon lord of the underworld, and a few years back, I was kicked out by one of my generals, and I've been on the run since. King was kidnapped, I won't lie about that. That's why I need your help to find out how to open the underworld gate here. We're up against demons that will show up at any time to kill me, and I have no way to stop them. Lucian sits upright. This part, I can vouch on my authority as an angel. An angel? Yes, I was sent by God to get Kobu back to the underworld and assume his rightful place as demon lord. You can't expect me to believe I have a demon and angel working together in front of me. Lucian leans forward and conjures a feather in his hand. Neat trick, I can pull cards out of the deck too. With a snap of his fingers, the feather floats midair and shoots to the wall behind the board, burying itself like a knife before dissipating away. Morris stares at the feather, then back at the both of you, then back at the feather several times. Hell no, never in a million years, I'm not helping a demon. Please, this could affect not only our two companies, but the state of your world. I don't care, by the sound of it, you two already know what you got to do. Just find anyone else but me to do it. Morris, please. I'm sorry, but I made my decision. Now please, I've got extras and materials to buy, and it's closing time. It feels like all the air in your lungs is sucked out. Your seemingly lifeless body limps as you leave the office. You know what? You know what? Fuck you, Morris. Fuck you. Lucian hurries along. When you both reach the foot of the stairs, he grabs you by the wrist and pulls you into a nearby alley. What are you? He pins you against the wall, his hands pressed beside your head, forcing you to look right at him. He smirks at you. What? It looks like your plan fell apart. Hey, being honest didn't help either. I know. I just enjoy rubbing it in your cute face either way. He boops your nose. Now. Shh. He peeks out of a corner, then back at you. He'll start moving anytime soon. We'll follow him. Why, he already said he won't help us. We're done. For a supposed pragmatist, you give up too easily. Yeah, well, you're naive and you're too cocky. Thank you. Now focus. He's on the move. Let's give him some distance before we follow. Again, why? He might not be willing to help us, but he did say he's restocking exorcism materials. Odds are we could at least meet someone who knows other exorcists. That's a gamble. Better than going home empty-handed. On that, I agree. Yay, stalking. It's only a crime. Once Lucian's certain that Morris is far enough away, you tail him carefully. You've been following Morris for about an hour. Your feet ache and the streets are dark. He enters the housing residence, turning corners here and there. Looking around, you realize many of these houses have been put up for sale. Their lawns are overgrown and scourges of mosquitoes buzzing about. You struggle to keep up with Lucian, but eventually Morris stops. The both of you are a corner from where Morris is. The mosquito is not far behind to chase their new prey. You put your annoyance of the buzzing pests aside as you and Lucian press up against the wall to hear the conversation Morris is having. Jin. Morris. Catch a glimpse of the other person. He's taller than the boar by about a head. His frame is hidden behind an oversized and tattered-looking coat. Next to his feet is an old blue can. Ew, that could be a piss can. Shh! Oh, Morris. Must you really spend this beautiful date night talking to the likes of me? Shut up and just give me the goods. With that mouth, no wonder you're single. A tall person hisses. Here. He pulls out a paper bag that Morris snatches away. The boar checks the contents of the bag. His ears rise up as he grips the bag tightly. Why do I count only 5 batteries? The deal is 8. The cost of manufacturing those batteries is rising, Morris, my boy. Everyone's in a tight spot in this economy, and I'm no different. But I need them. Then get more money or not, doesn't really matter to me. You scumbag. Please, feel free to take your business elsewhere. Oh wait, there isn't anyone else! How sad. Morris growls and stomps off into another corner. You guys some kind of magic salesman? Maybe, but don't you think there's something weird about his appearance? Not really, he looks like some homeless guy, come on. Kobu, wait! Step out of the shadows to approach Jin. Hi there! Who goes there? Jin turns with a flourish and brandishes a knife. Up close, you see that he's an average-looking brown snake, brandishing a less-than-average-looking knife. Whoa, calm down. Adrenaline courses through your veins. You raise your hands up in self-defense. There's no telling what this guy would do. Put that down. Not until you clowns identify yourselves. We're friends of Morris, that's all. Ha! Morris has no friends. God damn. We're all just clowning on Morris right now. Morris has no friends. You must be from that cult. Your insane leader finally has the balls to make a move, is it? No, we're not from anyone. Come on, put the knife down and we can talk. You're breathing faster and faster. Snake leaps towards you, but Lucian intercepts and blocks the strike with a swift swing of his dagger like feather. Just as the feather approaches instantaneously, he removes it just as fast to avoid the snake from noticing what he did. Their hands move in a flurry. The snake relentlessly stabs at the dog, who barely evades each strike. One of the attacks manages to land, cutting through his right arm. Lucian counters with a kick to the snake's face. Jin takes the full brunt of the hit, toppling back but stopping his fall with his tail and bouncing back up again. It's then you notice something happened to the snake's form, as though a layer of static is applied to him. Lucian makes a strike for the snake's face again. Jin blocks it in time, but he leaves himself wide open. With his free hand, the angel grips at Jin's abdomen. Lucian's right hand glows brightly and blasts the snake away. Sound of glass breaking emanates through the air. Jin stumbles back, wave-like motions form around him. His appearance morphs away into something else. What in the world? You watch, stunned. The snake is neither demon nor angel. Whatever power he radiates is a different class of being. The snake spins his blade and conjures another from thin air. Now, why did you go and do that? No matter, now I can kill you easier. Black, smoky tendrils erupt from his back, each holding the same knife. The shadow lunges towards the both of you. Turn flesh to ice. Capture this moment in icy prison. By my name, suspend my phone time. Baku. A gust of icy cold wind blows from the assailant's back. No! Layers of white ice form around them, their black tendrils slow to a stop, unable to reach you. In an instant, Jin is frozen. His smoky tendrils shatter, leaving only his frozen body behind. Clutching your chest, you breathe slowly to calm your nerves. You look to your companion. His breathing is labored, but he quickly regains his composure. You okay? Yeah. Are you two insane? Are you purposely trying to get yourselves killed to get to the underworld? Morris stomps over towards you, baring his tusks. You puff out your chest and look him in the eye. No! We came to look for help. Help that you denied us. And this was the smartest idea you could think of. Don't you know who you are messing with here? He points to the frozen snake. No, I don't, and I don't care. I'll do whatever it takes to bring King back. The boar's snout blows hot air upon your face. Turns away with his hand beside his hip. Please, if not for me, at least do this for King. You know he isn't a bad person and he needs help. Morris, hear him out. I wouldn't go out of my way to get another mortal's help if it wasn't the only option. The exorcist turns and locks eyes with you. This alpaca friend of yours really means that much to you? I wouldn't be standing here without him. He turns around for a minute without saying anything. You and Lucian exchange a few nervous glances at each other as you await his answer. I'm going to regret this. I'll help. Your eyes beam with hope. To be clear, I don't trust either of you. You've just demonstrated that you're both capable of causing deadly trouble just by showing up in places typical of celestial beings. Nothing bad really happened. Lucian's not dying or anything. Lucian conjures another feather that's big enough to cover the slash on his arm. He places it onto the wound before the feather radiates and seals it up. I wonder if this innate healing is something most angels possess. At the cost of my very expensive and limited charm, which I had to use on the guy who sold it to me. Anyways, I figure it would be better if I keep a close eye on you two. However, there is one condition. Once all of this is over, both of you must leave Kibbleton. But that means saying farewell to King. Farewell to the life you've made here. You struggle to form the words, but you know what must be done, for King's sake. So you nod, your voice breaking as you speak. Alright, help us. And it's a deal. Good. What do we
It's
do
time
with
to
this
drink
giant
Water.
popsicle there? We gotta lock
It's
them
time
away or
to
finish
drink
them off.
water.
They're a mythical creature. They're dangerous.
It's time to drink
Yes,
water.
they are dangerous, but we also need their help. You mentioned
It's
something
time
about
to
a
drink
gate.
water.
Yeah, there's a gate built to enter the underworld in town, but there are locks on it we can't open. Jin might know about it. Him? You walk over and tug at his thumb. I don't know if we can trust him. He did try to kill us. Crack. Oh, shit. By accident, the snake's thumb is broken off. Hey, don't mess with that. The spell is just about to wear off. We should give it a try. Mythical creature or not, we don't have any other way around this, unless Morris. Do you know how to get to the underworld? The boar shakes his head. Also, Kobu, as you've advised me, lay off on the whole mythical creature term. Be nice. Huh? He nods his head towards the frozen snake. Somehow you get the hint that he's implying that it's too dangerous to reveal too much around the snake. But the thumb! What do I do with it, Lucian? Oh, I don't know. Eat it? Lucian! Just hang on to it, alright? The spell's coming down. The three of you stand around the snake. 3, 2... A layer of ice around the snake evaporates away. Jin gasps and coughs. Morris! You bastard! How you dare to freeze me? I couldn't have you hurting my customers. Sorry, this might be a bad time, but I kinda broke this. You show the snake his thumb. The thug's scrunched up face melts away to reveal a silent horror. Jin quickly looks at a bleeding stump where his thumb should be, and then back at Kobu. Give me that! He snatches the severed body part from you, placing it on his left hand. Thumb is enveloped in black smoke. The smoke gradually shrinks away, leaving only the reattached thumb. Jin addresses Morris once more. Customers, Morris? Yes, they are my own very enthusiastic customers who followed me here, and reminded me that I have to get something from you. Sure, there was a rocky introduction, but we can do business, can we not? You expect me to believe that a dog and his fists and that absent-minded looking cat are just your customers? They broke my disguise. Don't worry, I think you're hard to look at in any form you take. Jin leers at Lucian. Oh. He steps closer to the angel and stares him down. The snake's forked tongue darts in and out of his wicked smile. There's such a big mouth on your pretty face. How I want to just put a muzzle on it. Lucian remains unfazed, choosing to wear a bored expression towards Jin. The exorcist puts a hand on the snake's shoulder. Step off, Jin. We need information. Who doesn't? He slaps Damn it. He slaps Morris's hand away. Name your wish, plebeians. They need to know how to open the gate to the underworld in town. See the snake's eyes shine as his smile widens. How, pray tell, did you come to know about that? None of your business. I'm buying your discretion at the same time. The snake tosses his head up high. Even if I do know something about this gate, you know the boss won't be happy that I used what resources we have for activities outside the family. Jin wraps his tail around Morris and pulls him close. The snake presses his face to Morris's. The snake's forked tongue almost brushes against the boar's ears. Jin whispers, Tell me, how badly do you want it? Just name your price. Perfect. He slithers back to his side of the street. Well, I suppose I could have you and your so-called customers work on my list of chores here. You haven't noticed, the cult that recently made it to town is being a thorn in our side. See, the planted roots here, business has been going down. I'm afraid to ask, but just who exactly are you people? You're right, you should be afraid, but you'd know this. You're going to be making a deal with a very powerful family, the Rings. The Rings? Never heard of them. As you should. If you did, it would mean we've had a few heads in the family to silence. The local folk refer to us as just the town gang. The gang? Looks like these bunch aren't just the town nuisance around here. Back to the cult. At first we assumed they were passing inconvenience, but they've been spreading their influence that has reached the ears of our leader, Mr. K. Catch a tone of disgust when he mentions the leader. Mr. K has given me the honor to remove this eyesore of a cult, and I am forcing it upon you two. You're kidding, why aren't I involved in this? Because you'll be dealing with the second issue. What exactly do you need us to do? Get rid of the cult leader and destroy whatever they used to develop their influence. By get rid, you mean? Kill, run out of the town, anything, just make sure that scum can't try the same thing twice. You could just report them to the police. The law moves too slowly, and there's no guarantee the more important artifacts the cult leader has won't be moved before they are caught. What artifacts? I looked into the group and learned a majority of the members joined because of the leader's ability to predict people's deaths. In other words, by joining the cult, its members feel they are sheltered from death. Ridiculous. But it works. Did you even find out what the artifact looked like? Why, yes, it's the hood that the leader wears. Destroy the leader and make sure to snoop around their computers as well. What are we searching for? Cult porn files of their orgies? Cults aren't built on faith and charisma anymore. These days they require connections and lots of money, mostly illegally acquired, of course. Make sure to be thorough and scrub everything. Do this and I'll give you information on how to get your keys. I don't like this. I should be helping them. You won't have the time. Our members reported that a demon has been leaving its presence around town. A demon? You and Lucian exchanged nervous glances. Here I was thinking who I could send for this, and here you are. It must be fate. Find where the demon lurks and destroy it. They said the title. Roll credits. You snort. What, is something funny? Just a nervous twitch, thinking about the demon. Whoa, hang on a minute. You're getting way more out of this deal than we are. It's a demon, Morris. Rotten little creatures that will all be happier without. Tell you what, I'll be nice and even offer you the 3 remaining batteries you desire as payment. Morris growls. Give us a minute. He calls you and Lucian away from Jin. You're the snake. Do you want to do this? Wait, when he said demon, did he mean... No, I think it's something new. It could be another freelancer. What's that? The demons who are after me, look, I don't see another way to get those keys. Morris takes a deep breath. Okay. You all return to Jin. We'll take the deal. Jin cackles maniacally. Excellent, then let's shake on it. Third arm emerges from his stomach. Do I have to touch that? I don't have any disinfectant on me. Lucian. Fine. You all shake his hands. The moment your hands make contact, a jolt of burning energy spreads across the palm of your hand. What the hell? Pulling your hand away, you now have a black cube with you. What's this? How else do you expect to get rid of a magical artifact? Activate that device when you have the artifact. It will unleash a powerful magic that will destroy it. Okay. Good luck, and if any of you plan to perish, do make sure your insurances are renewed. Snapping his fingers, Jin disappears. All that remains is the old can by the wall. 3 of you walk back the way you all came. I'm officially checked out. Morris wipes the sweat from his brow. Ditto. Hand me the bomb. I went to check it out. You pass the black cube to Lucian. You guys want to grab something to eat? Six Fans is probably still open. We could get takeout. After that I've had, I'll take it, but you're paying. Why me? Morris pats you on the shoulder. Because you're my customer and them's my terms. Bitch! You groan, but you follow him either way. Lucian doesn't say much during the walk, his attention taken up completely by the cube. The walk to Six Fans feels like a march through a field of landmines. Can't help shake this feeling that every person that passes by you could be a mythical creature in disguise, though Lucian and Morris seem untroubled. You arrive at Six Fans at about 8 p.m. Even during dinner, the restaurant experiences a drought of customers. Morris gestures towards a quiet booth in the corner. Lucian and Morris sit across from you. Your eyes dart as you take your seat, unable to brush off the uneasy feeling from earlier. Are you okay? You look kind of jumpy. I'm just being careful. Howdy, everyone. Oh my god. It's the waitress that offered Lucian a job the day before. Sorry to spook y'all. You okay there, Peaches? You hold your hand to your chest as you nod in response. Why, Lucian, what a coinky-dink. I was just about to text you after closing up. Lucian raises an eyebrow at her. You've got the job, sweetie. You can start tomorrow at 11 a.m. I even have your uniform picked out for you. You look about my ex-husband's size, so it should fit nice and snug. An unexpected result. What about the matter of my pay? It'll be the standard $2.50 an hour for a 12-hour shift. I don't expect to be in this town for long. May I request my pay be given at the end of each week? Sure thing, sweetie. I already have that arrangement set up with our chef. How fortunate. I will be at your service tomorrow. The two of them shake on the deal. Lucian, introduce me to your charming young friend. I'm Morris. Oh, I'm old enough. No, what I mean to say is, thank you. 40 is the new 30, that's what I say. The name's Cora. Cora, huh? That's the first time I've heard it. If it even is your real name. What my friend means is that it's a beautiful and exotic name. How were you given that name, if you don't mind me asking? Not at all. My mama gave it to me because it was the name of the flower she said grew after her home was burnt down from a volcanic eruption. Whoa, a volcano. You and I need to have coffee and talk more about that one day. Cora giggles. Why don't I take y'all's orders first? She hands you all a menu each. After a minute browsing the menu, you all place your orders and have the table to yourselves. Morris scowls in your direction. What's with you? I'm sorry, I'm just worried that there's an enemy hiding in our midst. I mean, the mythical creature could be anyone. Relax, I can see through their disguises. You've got nothing to worry about. I can confirm that. Oh, that's good, I suppose. Lucian purses his lips. Wait, how come you haven't attuned your eyes to the gang's magic? In my powerless state, bad enough their magic is a totally different breed from ours. Lucian leans forward. Give it a try. You'll never know for sure if you never make an effort. Alright, but how do I know if it's working? Here, this seal is a copy of the alarm spell they used to detect demons from entering the town. Can you see the symbol on this? The boar produces a slip of paper smaller than the palm of your hand. There doesn't appear to be anything on it. I see it. It's starry-eyed with 10 lines around it. I don't. Good, then try adjusting your vision to it. Lucian takes the paper and holds it in front of you. Your eyes narrow as you concentrate as hard as you can on the paper. You stare even harder, picturing in your mind the shape and feel of the mythical creature's magic you've seen thus far. The veins on your neck are throbbing as you concentrate harder. Lucian looks concerned. Kobu, you okay? Your old head is practically vibrating at this point. A black circle burns into shape on the paper. I see it, there's a circle! There's hope for you yet. Concentrate harder. A star appears within the circle, then a single stroke above the eye. Ugh! Feels like your eyeballs are about to pop out of your head. Beads of sweat trickle down your temple. You curse the remaining lines for not appearing yet. With a loud gasp, you fall back into your seat. I can't, I give. It appeared you were so close. Try harder! You wave your hand in front of the oblivious angel. That's all I got. Vendrake messed up my magic, in case you've forgotten. The angel hands the paper back to the boar. We can't leave you in this state. If the rings become hostile, you'll be a sitting duck. I'm open to suggestions. No worries, I can whip up a few more charms to let you see through their disguises. For a prize, of course. How am I not surprised? All I ask is more details about both your places of business. After all, how often can an exorcist say they've had a chance to share a table with the Demon Lord? I can already see where this is going. There are consequences to learning about our world, you know. Can we just sit and eat? After the day I've had, I don't want to ponder on how revealing secrets of the afterlife will put your soul down an existential hole, never to return again. Relax, I'm just taking the chance to sate my curiosity. Besides, existential dread and eternal damnation is part of the job. What guarantee do I have that you're not going to sell this information to the highest bidder? My 100% money-back guarantee. I take customer confidentiality very seriously. He flashes you a toothy grin. Fine, you want to be careless with your soul? I'll humor your questions until our food arrives. Excellent, so what's the beef between demons and the rings? I take it that the feelings are mutual. Yeah, it's not just the rings. That djinn, they're a part of an entire species we call mythical creatures. Their origins are a mystery even to us. What we do know is that some mythical creatures have powers that can rival both demons and angels. You frown. However, unlike angels and demons who work to maintain the balance of the world, their kind seek to destroy and to spread their own influence. Morris raises an eyebrow. They're known to steal souls from mortals or twist them into their willing slaves. Though small in number, their influence was all over the earth during the Great War. Then what happened? Well, my dad came into the scene. He performed a powerful spell never seen before, and poof, they were gone. By poof, you mean. He eradicated them, or so I thought. Some must have fallen through the cracks and have reorganized themselves. Pretty drastic, don't you think, wiping out an entire species? It wasn't drastic. The records show that mythical creatures were ruthless tyrants looking out for themselves. All mortal life could have been wiped out if they were left to amass more power. Pa did what he had to. He's the reason the underworld and by proxy above us was saved. So watch your back when you're with that djinn. I always watch my back. Morris turns to Lucian. What about you guys? The angels don't have anything to say about the mythical creatures. Lucian clasps his hands together. I was born after the war. From what I was taught, up above was busy rebuilding its grounds and let the underworld handle the mythical creature epidemic. Around that time, God issued an order for us to withdraw from Earth. We stopped meddling in Earth's affairs, leaving prayers no longer answered. The mission was to concentrate on catching the escaped souls of the underworld and keep up above running. Morris, you've been with the rings. Do you know if the underworld gate is part of any bigger plot against the underworld? Morris shrugs. Beats me. I only contact the gate when I purchase exorcism tools or when I'm working on my debt. I don't know anything about what they're going to do at that gate. You rest your chin on your hand and sulk. Part of you questions why you're so concerned about the gang's plans for your former place of work, but you also can't help worrying about what is to come. Backtrack a bit. What was with this Great War the underworld was a part of? My grandfather was, dissatisfied with his position, to put it lightly. He was all in for hating how the underworld was stuck with the scum of the earth, and felt the denizens of up above disrespected his authority. It was a clear case of envy. Kobu's grandfather wanted the glory and worship God was getting from Earth, and started a war to get it. An utterly childish act. No offense. None taken. Heaven really is so great that even the Demon Lord wanted in. Then I've got to ask, how do you determine who goes where? Your nose wrinkles, the uneasiness in your stomach is settled, and you're curious to see how this mortal would react to what you tell him. When any mortal life expires, you're brought to the first level of the underworld. Imagine a huge building where you and millions of other souls are lined up to be assigned your place in the underworld or up above. We call it the Department of Mortal Vitality. The DMV? Like where you get your driver's license sorted? Yup. Okay, go on. They run the usual tests: color blindness test, reading comprehension, and the evaluation of your soul's score. Now the last one, that's the most important one. Your whole life history is reviewed by the demons there, and a final score, be it positive or negative, will determine your place. Well, what if they get a 0? We usually send them back in the line to be tested again. By the time they arrive, they'll show their true colors. Hold on, I've got a bone to pick. So, it sounds like there's already predetermined rules about what actions cause your soul to score to rise or fall during judgment. There is. It's an extensive list of choices that take into account the circumstances and consequences of each action. Seems to me that mortals would benefit greatly if they had access to that list. How so? Based upon my observations, the mortals are scurrying about without a clue as to how to live. We ask them to live honorable lives, but we never tell them how. Up above sent holy scriptures down when they were founded, but such things did little in guiding the mortals on the right path. Can you blame us? Those scriptures were vague at best. Anyone who could read could twist those messages into who knows what. An example of why our kind is nothing but a nuisance, tainting the kindness of our Lord for your own ends. What a waste. Give people the power of premonition, the power to see the end of their choices. It would do the world a lot of good. Yeah, we agree with Lucian. It'll definitely reduce the work in the underworld if everyone could live a righteous life. Then you'd be out of a job. Fine with me. I don't know. Could you really picture a world where everyone knows their fate, whether their actions could lead them to damnation or salvation? Lucian nods definitely. It would be the ideal and proper world. The mortals would have no reason to go against one another. They would find a sense of kinship working towards the same goal, now knowing how to save their souls. It sounds more like everyone's going to be stuck playing the trolley problem. The trolley problem? Yeah, you control a trolley that can turn one of two ways. On the first track, there's one person. On the second, there's 5. Which do you pick? Why would you pick any of those choices? I'd pick to pull the brakes. The brakes aren't working. You only have one lever that hits either one person or 5. Why am I in a trolley in the first place? I travel mostly by walking or portals. Or even find a trolley that can run someone over. It doesn't matter why you're on the trolley. You're on it and you have to hit someone with it. It's an ethical conundrum. The only conundrum here is why we are letting trolleys exist if they are such a safety hazard. Morse takes a deep breath and screams internally. My point is, if you let everyone be able to see the fate of their choice, they would be stuck behind that trolley forever. I highly doubt it would lead to that. You'd obviously take the lesser of the two evils. Well, who decided then that one soul is any less than the other 5? I suppose that would be me if I had my old job. I'd say people would either be too afraid to make a choice, or they would get so used to taking the lesser evil that it trivializes the whole value of life. You're exaggerating. You underestimate how people can take things to the extreme. I mean, I suppose there would be outliers. Now that I think about it, won't everyone just end up doing the same thing because it would guarantee their placing up above, like they're min-maxing life itself? I mean... Gugh. What? I have goosebumps picturing everyone dressing up the same, all smiles and just copying one another, bleh, like a whole world full of copy-paste housing estates. Those are inconsequential compared to the bigger picture. Lucian, you're picturing an ideal world where everyone can follow what's expected of them, but honestly, not everyone's lucky enough to do that. Plus, if it's that easy to get eternal happiness, there'd be no reason for people to grow. Grow? Yeah, people clash and make mistakes, but you have to admit, that's how we get better as a species. Lucian frowns as he crosses his arms. The table is silent as everyone seems to contemplate the points raised. Ugh, why do mortals have to make everything so complicated? Doubt binds your hands. It seemed like such a good idea a minute ago, or perhaps you wished you could see your own fate. Perhaps things would have been different if you had that foresight. Just what would everyone's souls look like if they all knew they were committing a sin or not? The air falls silent around the table, at least until Cora returns with the orders. My, everyone's looking so serious. Am I interrupting? Nah, there's a good place for us to take a break. Let's eat. The colorful smells lift your spirits a little. The waitress sets the food in front of each of you and takes her leave. Lucian ordered a basket of plain fries. Morris got seafood lasagna with a side of brownies, while you got a plate of chicken fillet grilled with sauteed mushrooms and broccoli with a side of mashed potatoes. Let's dig in. You attack your food with the gusto of a man stranded on a desert island for days. Your taste buds delight in the juicy chicken paired with the salty sauteed mushrooms. Looking over at the angel, he's using a fork to pick up each individual french fry and biting delicately into them. Lucian, just use your hands. How barbaric! I don't want to sully my holy hands! Yeah, it's fine, that's how people eat fries. Plus it tastes so good when you get to lick the salt off your fingers. Lucian's eyes narrow. That sounds like a recipe for an upset stomach. Don't worry about it, here I'll show you. You attempt to reach for Lucian's fry, but he pulls the basket away. This is mine. I believe that it's mortal custom to exchange pieces of food that's equivalent in this situation. Fine, I'll trade you my broccoli. You just want to get rid of your vegetables, don't you? Lucian, I would never. And let's have a fry if you eat that vegetable. Morris, want to try to brownie from our broccoli? Why are they even being Why are they being bitches about it? Broccoli isn't that bad. Broccoli is actually really good. Why the hate for vegetables? Why the hate? Vegetables are fucking delicious. Morris blinks twice in your direction before quickly stuffing all his brownies into his mouth. Morris! Face facts, Kobu. You're stuck with that little green tree. Lucian digs his fork into his basket again and pulls out a broccoli floret. You wiggle the fry you switched when Lucian wasn't looking and bite into it. What? That's foul play, you demon. Not my fault you weren't paying attention. All's fair in love and food, Lucian. Smooth. You might do good at the casino. Don't encourage him. Rest of your dinner continues on with you and Lucian passing the broccoli back and forth. In the end, it was never eaten. After dinner, the three of you get ready to part ways. I don't know about you two, but I'm stuffed. Yeah, that dinner was worth it. Wait a minute. I got so swept up in your questions I didn't ask you anything about the gang. You snooze, you lose, champ. Red-eye twitches as you frown. Don't worry, you'll get your chance to ask me all you want after we meet again. Stay focused on the task at hand. Rolling your eyes, you half-heartedly accept the exorcist's reply. Well, I'll head back home. Tomorrow I'll get started on dealing with that demon. Be careful, there's no telling what they are capable of. I'd worry more about how you two are going to take down that cult leader. We'll figure something out. I've got Lucian by my side. That goes without saying. Also, Morris, would you mind lending me one of those mythical creature seals? I think it would be handy for Kobu's training. Training? Oh, sure, I can spare one. I'll see you guys when I'm done from my side. Morris heads off. What's this training you're talking about? Training to get your powers to working levels. But first, let's go home. Oh. He grabs your hand and pulls you close to his chest. Lucian, what are you doing? I thought it would be faster if you flew back. Oh my god, they... Just... let them kiss! No, I mean, I suppose it would, but won't people see us? Who'd be looking in the skies at this time of night? You don't know that, let's just walk. You place a hand against his chest to build some distance from him, but somehow you can't bring yourself to push him. With your hand buried against his exposed chest, the warmth of his fur spreads through your palm. Thank you for the offer anyways. Being so close, you're keenly aware of the height difference between the two of you. He solemnly nods and turns to head in the direction of the apartment. Your cheeks feel warm as you follow from behind. All is silent while the two of you walk beside each other. He still glances at the angel. Your thoughts would not leave you alone. He was pretty helpful today. Maybe you should tell him that. No, he'll probably go like, you were impressed by that? How cute. I'm being silly. You look at him again, all aloof. Sighing, you bury your hands in your pockets and keep walking. After some time, you and Lucian reach your apartment. As you enter, you stretch your arms out while letting out a satisfied groan. I'm beat. Lucian taps your shoulder from behind. Kobu. Yes, Lucian? There's something I need to check. Would you mind taking off your clothes? Oh, I've got what? It's nothing like that. I don't want to test my theory about your powers. Your training hinges on this. Lead with that next time. What's this idea anyway? Your powers begin to fail after you were kicked out of the underworld, right? Right. Vendrake hit me with a blue orb. After that, I lost basically every ability. There must still be some remnants of your powers in you. After all, you can still see demonic and angelic magic. You've lost pressure, among other things. I can open some portals, but they're not stable. And I want to find where your source of power lies inside you, and maybe if I dig deep enough, I can free it. Healing is a specialty of angels. I guess it's worth a try, but do I really need to get naked? Your underwear will suffice, Kobu. It's easier for me to trace magic with fur-on-fur contact. Sure it is, Lucian. If you ever want to have a piece of this, you can just say so. You chuckle as you raise your arms behind your head and shake your hips. Yes! You notice him staring at your bare chest. Now that I see you and smell you, would you mind taking a shower before we start? Later, let's get this over with. The angel closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. Is he bracing himself for having second thoughts? Fine. Get on the bed. That's what he said. You dive blindly onto your unkempt mattress like a seasoned pro. Hee-hoo. I honestly don't know. It just felt like something I should say at the time. Uh-huh. Lucian gets on all fours as he crawls on top of you. Your eyes widen as you take in the sight of the angel's piercing blue eyes. A tingling sensation spreads from your chest and slowly up to your face. He bends down, your snouts almost touching one another. Just breathe and I'll find your spot. You chuckle. You have no idea how dirty that sounds. Angel presses his nose against your neck and sniffs your mane. Your body shudders from the contact. Is sex all you can think about? Don't knock it till you try it. He rests the back of his hand on your forehead. Why would you demons engage in procreation? Aren't you afraid of the impact you would leave on the mortals? I mean, we have rules against that, but it's not something we can enforce easily. The only guarantee is that with the exception of the demon lord, the offspring of demons and mortals usually don't survive conception. Even if they did, almost none live long enough for us to understand what they are. The angel's hand moves down to your right cheek. So, who do you usually meet for your escapades? Anyone who's willing to hang out and party, really. Spend a week or two just having the best time of our lives and I'm out of there. Leaving behind, well, nothing. Gotta wipe their memories after all. Curious. Lucian bends lower and rests his head on your chest. I do get the feeling that you don't believe me. From my observations, you seem like the type who prefers consistency. I wonder what that means considering your history of chasing desire. I'm not sure how to answer that. He slides lower, now resting upon your stomach. You raise your arms, unsure where to put them. Lower your voice, I hear something. Angel's eyes seem to shine under his intense gaze. He runs his fingers through your short fur. His touch feels so gentle and comforting you could purr. The warmth of his face spreads throughout your body. It's a pleasantness that you're not even sure you've felt before. Is my heart supposed to be racing? I mean, I've cuddled before. You recall the many partners you've held in your arms, but there's something uniquely comforting about Lucian. He seems to light up the room itself. These feelings, they befuddle you. It's like having a favorite pillow on top of you, but you feel so comfortable just being here with him. I hear your magic. Uh-huh. You're too engrossed in comfort to properly pay attention. It's waxing and waning, like there's something holding it back. I wonder. In your comfortable stupor, thought lingers in your mind. I want to pet him. No, just let him do his thing. Yes, I'll pet the doggo. Don't do it, you'll weird him out. I'll pet him and call him a good boy. Right hand reaches out and you pat the back of Lucian's head. His hair is smooth as silk, each strand slipping through your fingertips. You're amazing today, Lucian. We're gonna stop a bit for the ad. Want a break from the ads? Oh wait, let me go back. These bitches make me so fucking happy. They make me so happy. You're amazing today, Lucian. Huh? His wide eyes and dropped jaw cause you to think you've done something wrong. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. No. He places his hand on top of yours so you won't take it away. I was just surprised. It feels pleasant. You may continue. Please. Your face turns some shade of red as you nod back to the angel. You continue to pat the golden bundle lying on top of you. His tail thumps against the bed. You've never been touched like this before? No. It's always been my wish that God would pat me and tell me I did good, though. Does Gary really give that good pats? You continue by scratching behind his ear. Lucian pants a little and smiles. It's more than that. It's about being acknowledged by perfection. By our Creator. I suppose Gary is like a father to you angels. At least in my eyes. He does so much for up above and we all strive to make him proud. A realm full of classy angels like you, no wonder Earth or the underworld can't compare to that. Up above is the crowning jewel of life. The nirvana all are in search for. What's it like to be a part of that? It can feel like you're a tiny piece amidst a sea of stars. That sounds kind of overwhelming, to be honest. His grip on your fur tightens. Sometimes it is. Lucian? It's nothing, just a passing thought. So you were saying you're helping me to get Gary to praise you? It's my wish that he would see me amongst the crowd. Well, I see you. You both stop talking and stare into each other's eyes. Oh, thank you. Your heartbeat pounds loudly in your ears. I see you too, Kobu. I think we can move on to the next stage. Right. We're done doing that stuff. Yes. You sit up while Lucian is on his knees, avoiding your gaze. I don't know how to undo the spell that's weakening you, but perhaps I can share with you some of my powers. At least enough for you to stop being useful in battle. You're talking about mixing angelic and demonic magic together. Is there something weird that's going to happen? I doubt it. I've read that it has happened before. At most, it's a temporary solution. Just trust me. I do trust you. So, how are we doing this? For this, I need to be in contact with you. Close your eyes. As you close your eyes, you feel the angel's hand holding onto your hips and his forehead touching yours. His voice falls to a soft whisper. Don't fight it. Just let me in. You feel the warmth of his breath against your lips. Nothing happens at first. Heat begins to build from your sides like dipping your body into a hot spring. The temperature escalates as seconds tick by. A bright flash of light envelops your mind. Your entire body stiffens as energy courses inside of you. Lucian. That voice. Gary? The voice echoes in your mind. You realize that this isn't real. Your name will be Lucian. May you be a bright light to our guests as per your namesake. What is this? Look! I've managed to conjure a feather! Lucian? No, this isn't really him. Just one. I suppose that will do. Look, I've managed to conjure 50 feathers at a time. Now that's how you do it. Learn from Saria, Lucian. Oh. The voices draw close before fleeing into the abyss, each time bringing fragmented conversations that confuse you. Are these voices from Lucian's memories? I got a job to capture a dangerous spirit on Earth. It's worth 500 points. Lucky you, I want a high point job too. Mine's just assisting in building the new wings for the new souls. A measly 300 points. What about you, Lucian? I'm collecting blueprint ideas for this from the souls. Again. Chin up. Even low point jobs are important. Your day will come. We all just gotta do our part for up above. Yeah. The voices speaking to Lucian laugh as they fade away. Lord Gary, when will I be good enough to be by your side? Can someone ban that bot, please? Thank you. Your heart sinks at those words. You sense the flow of energy has stopped. Your ears twitch to the sound of Lucian shuffling away from you. It's done. You open your eyes. You're still in your room. Lucian tilts his head to the side. How do you feel? Still the same, I think. You didn't say anything just then, did you? I could hear voices in my head. Strange, I wasn't saying anything. What did you hear? I could hear you speaking to other angels. Uriel and Sariel, I believe. What exactly did these Uriel and Sariel say? You guys were comparing your prowess at conjuring feathers and discussing the tasks assigned at you. Lucian chuckles but doesn't look you in the eyes. So transferring my powers leaked some memories. Don't worry, just forget about them. The random conversations at work, that's all. Okay, so did it work? Lucian pulls out the seal he borrowed from Morris. Only one way to find out. Tune your eyes to the gang's magic once more. You concentrate on the paper in the angel's hand, remembering the feel and smell of the mythical creature's magic. A starry eye with 10 strokes appear on the paper almost instantaneously. I see it, it works! It's working. You did it. High five. You raise a hand in the air trying to high five the angel. What? Why are you showing me the palm of your hand? Smack my palm, silly. It's a high five. People do this when they're excited. Oh. All right. You raise his left hand and awkwardly pushes it against your palm. Yeah, good enough. I can't wait to try my powers again. I wonder how many of them have returned. Raise your right hand, attempting to summon a portal, but Lucian gently brings it down. Save that for later. I hate to admit it, but I'm very tired after transferring my powers to you. And we do have cultists to fight tomorrow. Alright, we should sleep. Thank you, Lucian, for the magic. Think nothing of it. However, if you must show gratitude, I'd much prefer you keep your word and shower first before resting. The angel pinches his nose to exclamate his point. Pfft. I'll be on guard, duty, as I'd rather not have my nostrils be further assaulted by your robust musk. Really? You're going to work even though you're tired? It's for our own good. Fine, but at least have a bath after me. Certainly. Lucian smiles as you leave to bathe, thus ending your night. Get a good night's sleep, finding comfort in knowing that Lucian's watching out for you. Plus tomorrow you have the night shift at work. We're gonna leave off here tonight. Oh, hiya. Welcome. I fucking love this game. I love it. Stay safe. Have a good night. And I will see you all tomorrow.